Welcome to the Garland Pose Mini Clinic. Malasana is a squatting pose that was commonly practiced by our ancestors before we became accustomed to sitting in chairs all day. Regular practice of Garland pose helps to counteract lower back pain. It tones the lower body, loosens tight hips, improves digestion, and increases circulation and blood flow to the pelvis. Garland pose is particularly good for pregnant women and can even help later on in childbirth. Let's get into it. Settle into your seat with legs crossed and place one hand over your heart and the other over your stomach. Lower your gaze or close your eyes and witness the natural rhythm of your breath, connecting to your inner space. Open your eyes and take a deep, fresh breath of air, filling your lungs with oxygen. On your exhale, gently drop your chin to your chest. Breathe in and roll your left ear to your left shoulder. Exhale. Breathe out and roll back to center. Let's repeat that stretch on the other side. Move slowly and allow the breath to invite the motion. Inhale, ear to shoulder. Exhale, chin to chest. Return to stillness and raise your head the next time your chin is at the center of your chest. Lean forward, moving into table position. Adjust so that your knees are under your hips, wrists under shoulders. Let's move into a warm-up called Dancing Lion to open up our hips. Start drawing circles, moving in a clockwise direction. Inhale to come forward and exhale as you move your buttocks back to your heels in a circular motion. Allow your body to be guided by any sensation that you feel as you move. Keep it loose and fluid. Reverse directions. Move at your own pace and remember to link your breath with your movement while you wake up your body. Settle back into stillness. Come back to table. Gaze in between your hands to lengthen through the back of your neck. Extend your right leg toward the back of the room. Tuck your toes and begin to roll gently forward and backward on the balls of your feet. We're opening up the feet, calves, and maybe even our hamstrings a little with this stretch. Switch legs and breathe as you roll forward and backward. Okay, so here's the plan. Our brief flow will take us into plank, then downward facing dog. We'll walk our hands back to a forward fold before settling into Malasana. Inhale, and on your exhale, push up into plank pose. Stay for a deep breath in. Flex your thighs, tighten the muscles in your mid-body, and breathe out. Take another inhale, and on your exhale, press into your palms and lift your tailbone. Shift your weight back, moving into downward facing dog. Exhale, walk your hands back to your feet. You're now in a forward fold. Place your hands in between your feet side by side to ensure that they are hip distance apart. Uttanasana. Lift your toes up off the mat and spread them wide like petals on a flower. Gently settle them back down in the mat. Ground down into your feet with a slight bend in your knees. Let your head hang heavy. Place your hands on the floor, a block, or even on your shins as you inhale and lift up through the back of the head. Exhale, allow the head to hang heavy, surrendering to gravity. Okay, now widen your stance a little so your feet are in line with the sides of the mat. Turn your toes out, heels in. Your feet should be in a shape of a V at a 45-degree angle. Breathe in, and as you exhale, begin to bend the knees so they're tracking in the same direction as your feet. You're lowering your buttocks down to the earth. Malasana, or yogi squat. There are many options in this pose. You can use a yoga block underneath your buttocks. You can bring your palms together in front of you in prayer and press your elbows into the inner knees to open up your hips. Don't worry if your heels don't reach the floor in this pose. Eventually they will. You can simply rest them on a folded blanket or roll up your mat behind you. Bring a twist to Malasana by placing your right hand on the ground, inside or a little bit in front of your right foot. Extend your left hand to the ceiling. Bring your gaze to your left hand and open through the chest. Let's create body symmetry by repeating that on the other side. Return to center and take a deep breath in. You can practice this pose to increase your range of motion and strengthen your pelvic floor. Lean forward to press your palms into the floor, raise your buttocks, and extend your legs, coming back into a forward fold. Heel toe your feet in, about hip distance apart. Walk your hands forward, back into downward dog. Stay here for a breath, and then gently lower your knees to the earth, into table pose. Take a deep breath in here, and as you exhale, sit back onto your heels. Draw oxygen in through your nostrils as you raise your arms to shoulder height, with palms facing the front of the room. As you exhale, wrap your arms around your front body, rounding through the spine. Grab opposite shoulders. Let's repeat this a few more times, filling your lungs while you mindfully spread your arms out wide. It is important to give yourself a little bit of love every day. So that's how we'll end today's mini clinic, with a little bit of love. Namaste. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel.